so we're back home. I had gone to my mom's, of course, to shower, which was nice. I always enjoy a hot shower, especially after yesterday. Hi, my love bug. Hi, baby. Are you enjoying your grapes? Are they yummy? Where's your bowl? You have grapes over there, sweetheart. In the bowl. You have grapes in your bowl. I just cut her up a bunch of grapes. I'm like, did she eat? Let me see your bowl. Is it empty? No, yeah, you got a lot of grapes in there, babe. Look, a whole bunch of grapes. Eat those first, and then Mama will cut you up as much as you want, baby. But, anyways, I promised. Oh, I promise you guys that that's for you, baby. Mama has her grapes. Look. See, Mama has some. So that one for you. That one for you. I think she just enjoys feeding me. Baby, I don't want to eat them all on you. Look. Eat, eat, eat. No, you. You eat. Can I feed you? Right? Do you not want it? Okay. Let me see. Oh, and your show stopped. I'll be back with you guys in just a second. Girl, just because I'm changing your show does not mean you get to steal my spot. Where's the remote? Ella, where's the remote, baby? Oh, here it is. Get your bum down. Now you're eating the grapes. Now you're eating the grapes. Oh, what if I... No. What if I put on the Minions for you? Come here. Let's go watch the Minions. Let's go watch the Minions. Come on. Alright, well, we actually watched the Minions yesterday, so I put on Chicken Run for her. Hopefully... we'll see. So yeah, I promised that I would talk to you guys first thing in this vlog about what happened yesterday. Well, she got so mad at me because she wants me to do her makeup all the time now, which, I mean, like, certain things, you know, I mean, she's 2, so I'm not gonna, like, do her makeup, but she completely destroyed a blush I gave her, so now I'm like, nope. Anyways, so yesterday was the hardest day for me. The day in general was fine. Like, nothing in particular happened. I truthfully have just been extremely stressed out. And not because of just, like, one thing that's been going on in my life. It's just, you know, when, like, little things keep adding up, whether you're in school, you know, university or high school, or, you know, you have a job that's stressful, or, like, whatever could stress you out. You know, when it just starts building and you just don't get it out, like, you don't talk to somebody about it, and then eventually you kind of blow up. So that's what happened to me yesterday. I had started vlogging in the morning, and I felt like my stress was gonna, like, seep through the camera, and you guys would kind of be able to tell that I wasn't really myself. So, like, halfway through the day, I just ended up deleting everything, which... I mean, I never looked back at the footage to see if it was any good anyways, but I just didn't end up vlogging. And I don't know, when TJ got home, what blew up, TJ got home about 4:40. I had work yesterday, and I was so stressed out. So when he got home, I had a little bit of time to talk to him, which normally doesn't happen. Usually he gets home right about when I have to leave. So, like, we were talking, and we were talking about bills, which is just one of the many stresses in probably not only my life, but everybody's life. And so that was, like, the conversation that we were having when this all started. So, like, halfway through talking through bills, I just started feeling really anxious. And I know I've, like, mentioned this many times, and I just kind of, I've never, like, come straight out with it and said it, but I have anxiety. I've dealt with that my entire life, and I always felt that I was strong enough. You okay, Ben? I always felt that I was strong enough to handle it on my own because, I would get anxiety attacks. Like, there would be times where life was just too much for me in that moment, and my breathing, you can tell when I'm having an attack when I start hyperventilating. You know, like I just start hyperventilating, and once I start hyperventilating, my body reacts to it. So usually I'll start breaking out in hives. Now this only happens when I'm extremely emotional, and I was just in hysterics. I was just so stressed out. I was in hysterics. TJ's trying to calm me down. I'm only getting worse. Like, my breathing was just getting like guys, if you saw me yesterday, like, I scared TJ. He was like, what is going on? Like, are you okay? I was like, like, I couldn't catch my breath. And most of the time when I'm having an anxiety attack, I can pull myself out of it. Like, I can just kind of go outside, get some fresh air, and I can usually calm my breathing. But yesterday was so different because, first of all, Ella was inside the house, and I really didn't want her to see me having this attack. I didn't want to scare her. So I stepped outside for those two reasons: to A, get some fresh air, and B, to get away from her and not to freak her out. So I was sitting right outside my front door on my steps, and I'm still still cannot catch my breath. To the point of where I was actually almost getting scared. And anxiety attacks have never scared me because I always knew that, like, they would stop in a minute and I'd be able to catch my breath. But like I said, this one was just so different, where I was so worked up. To the point of where, I was hyperventilating, and I was not getting enough air. So basically, when you're hyperventilating, your body is not getting enough air because it's so quick. You're releasing so much CO2 and not bringing in enough oxygen. So your body, is not getting enough oxygen. So the place that it starts getting the oxygen from, that it's lacking, is your blood. So your body's pulling in oxygen from your blood because it's not getting enough from your breath. So your body starts reacting. My entire face, I could not feel my face. It went completely numb. So actually, I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. So I'm sitting outside on my front steps, hyperventilating. I started to feel sick. Like, I started to dry heave a little bit because I was just like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what caused me to throw up, but I did. I had to run to the side. So I stood up from the steps, I ran to the side of my house, and I started dry heaving. Like, I was just on my hands and knees heaving. I didn't throw up, but I did, something came out. Sorry to gross you out. Then, while I'm trying to catch my breath, I'm also dry heaving. So it's making it harder to catch my breath. So that's when my entire face started going numb. And I don't know what this looks like, but literally my lips were puckered and I couldn't move my lips. The same thing happened when I was pregnant, when I wasn't getting enough air because of my breathing. My hands, literally, you guys, were my fingers were stuck like this because I couldn't move them because I wasn't getting enough oxygen. So this time, instead of my fingers doing that, my mouth did that. It literally felt like I was doing this. And I'm like, TJ, I can't move my mouth. So, I don't mean to laugh because Ella, leave the pillows alone, baby. She's throwing the pillows over the couch. So I couldn't move my face. My entire face was going numb. I lost feeling completely in these two fingers. They were completely numb. So I just kind of felt like I was starting to get tunnel vision. I almost felt like I was gonna pass out, which I would have if I continued to hyperventilate, because your body is like, listen, you need to literally your body's like, you need to calm down. We need to get air, pass out, and breathe normally. Swear to God, that's what your body does. Your body takes care of you, believe it or not. So that's kind of what was happening. I was starting to if you've ever passed out before, which I had once after I got a shot at the doctor's, just because I had worked myself so much, I was starting to get tunnel vision, and I'm slowly I'm gonna pass out. luckily, my neighbors next door, I live next to a paramedic and a nurse. So I had laid down on the grass. Like after I dry heaved, I just kind of rolled over and laid down. And I looked over and I could see the neighbor's son outside. And he was looking at me and I'm like, oh no, like I'm gonna traumatize this poor kid. So he runs inside and I guess like he had told his mom, like, Mom, Shayna's just lying down outside. And Casey, the wife, is like, what do you mean just lying outside? Yes, baby. Yes. So she's like, what do you mean she's just lying outside? And he's like, she's just lying down on the grass, like not moving. Here, baby, I can give you a brush, but I can't give you any products, sweetheart. You broke my other one. What can I give you? I'm trying to think, baby. What if I put a tiny little bit of translucent powder in a cup? Would you like that? Hold on. Oh, look, I'll put a tiny little bit of powder in a cup if you want to go boop, 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 boop. Okay, you got to put your brush in it. Put your brush in it. All right, go ahead. Boop, 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 boop. Good job, Baby, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to put all... Okay, she went to go watch her movie. Anyways, so where the heck was I? So he ran inside the neighbor's house and was like, you know, Shayna's just lying on the floor, like not moving. So of course she runs over. And she's like, what's going on and stuff. Now I can't breathe, so I can't talk. Like I'm trying to get out what's going on. I was trying to tell her that, you know, I was just having an anxiety attack, and literally I'm trying to explain like how an anxiety attack feels, and I can tell you, but like you won't truly understand how it feels unless you've gone through it. And if you do go through it, you know that it's like the worst feeling. So I literally felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest. I couldn't, even though I was trying to like expand my chest cavity, I was trying to take in like deep breaths, like I was like really trying to fill my lungs. I felt like I was just compressed. I felt like I was suffocating, and it was so scary. And whenever I had an anxiety attack, like, yeah, it was a little tough to breathe at first, but like quickly I was able to like fill my lungs again. But this time it was just so different. I just felt like I was drowning in nothing. Like I just could not catch my breath. So she's saying that. She's like, you know, like I know, like you can't catch your breath. She's like, steady your breathing. She said, think of something else. Don't think of like what triggered this anxiety attack. Think of like your floor that you've been ripping up, which by the way, I'll show you that. I ripped up some more flooring in the no-go zone. She's like, she's, you know, really good. She's a nurse. She knows how to talk someone and calm them down. So, hi. So eventually my breathing, like I had to actually, she was telling me to, I'm so frazzled. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to like pay attention to her. I'm trying to remember the story. I'm trying to do my makeup. I'm doing a lot right now. So she's calming me down. So she actually ended up going to get her husband, Greg, who's the paramedic. So he comes over and he's like, what's going on? He's like, what? So he comes over, he's like, you know, what's going on and stuff. And again, I'm still trying to catch my breath. So not a lot of words are coming out. But I managed to just say, like, I'm having an anxiety attack. Like, I said something like anxiety attack. I said, like, I can't feel my face. And he's like, well, of course, silly. He's like, that's because you're not getting enough air. And I'm like, so at least like in that moment, it made me feel a little bit more comfortable that was kind of like a normal reaction that your body was doing. Like I literally felt like I thought I was having a heart attack. Like if your face goes numb, the only thing I know about a heart attack is like you go numb, or like half of your body goes numb or something. I thought I was having a heart attack. So he's like, of course. He's like, you're not getting enough oxygen. So he's like, get up and walk. He's like, I'm serious. Get up and walk. So that's what I did. I got up with TJ and we walked around the neighborhood. They were sweet enough to take Ella right next door. I trust them with my life. Like Ella's been over there many, many times. They're good family friends. So they just took Ella, they took the liberty to take her over and have her play with their kids. And I went for a walk. And like slowly but surely, my breathing started, slowing down and stuff. But I'm telling you guys, my entire body hurt. Like once I was, back on track and my breathing was normal, I was so sore. My legs were killing me. Every part of me was tired. I ended up we went over there because Ella was already over there. They actually invited us to stay for dinner. So we had some chili that the wife made. Actually earned a reward for. It was delicious. I really enjoyed it. So they invited us over for dinner, and we stayed for that, and then we went home around, I think it was around 7, and I just felt tired. I said, TJ, I'm just gonna go take a nap. Wake me up when it's time for Ella to go to bed because I really want to say goodnight to her. So I had brought my computer upstairs because I was starting to feel really drowsy, but I always have a hard time falling asleep. So I brought my computer upstairs to do some editing. And I truly don't know what happened. All I remember is I was editing a vlog, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up this morning at 8 o'clock. I don't know if TJ had tried waking me up and I didn't, but my computer was put on the headboard, so I must have passed out mid-editing my video. I don't remember anything. So I got 13 hours of sleep last night. So I feel pretty good. I feel much better. This morning I woke up with a massive headache, as you can probably imagine. So I did take some ibuprofen, or Advil actually, which is just now kicking in. I just noticed my headache isn't nearly as bad, but I ended up sending them a text message this morning, and I said, I can't thank you guys enough for what you did for me yesterday. I said, that was so scary. That was the worst attack that I ever had. I said, not many people have seen me in that state, which it's scary. You don't ever want to see me in a panic attack. I scare myself. And, I said, that's what I told him. I said, not many people have seen me like that. I'm not easy to deal with, and I can get scary if I'm in that state. I said, you didn't even blink an eye. You ran over, got me help, and then on top of it, had the hospitality and invited us over for dinner. I said, you fed my family. I said, I can't tell you how grateful I am to have you both as neighbors and as friends. And that was it. I actually when before we got home from my mom's, I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts. I bought a box of munchkins for them. I told him, I said, I took a few out for Ella, but I said, this is just a small thank you again. I just cannot thank you enough. I'm forever grateful for what you did for me yesterday. So I didn't mean to ramble for 5 minutes, probably actually more than 5 minutes. I didn't want this vlog to just be me sitting down doing my makeup, but I felt like that was very important. And, if any of you guys do deal with anxiety, trust me, I'm right in that boat with you. I know how difficult it is. But truthfully, I don't have a primary care physician because our insurance is weird. So I'm trying to figure out, what my insurance is going to cover, what it's not going to cover. But I do need to go to the doctors again and at least to explain to them, be like, listen, I have these really bad attacks because they only seem to be getting worse, and I want to believe that I can handle it on my own. But truthfully, if my anxiety attacks are going to be anything like they were yesterday, I can't handle that alone. So, I'm going to go and see what my options are. So we'll be looking for a PCP pretty soon, but anywho, I'm gonna finish getting ready. We actually are going on a date night tonight with the same neighbors that the whole story was about. This was planned several weeks back. I don't know if we're gonna go to this place called Tomo or Plaza Azteca. I'm not 100% sure at this moment. Either one is fine though. I don't really have a preference. But I'll definitely show you guys, what I'm wearing and stuff. That's kind of why I'm getting ready now. I am gonna go over and do the wife's makeup at some point too. So we have a pretty eventful day. So I'm gonna stop rambling your ear off so I have time to, show you other things.